Welcome to Hub71 MENA Growth Competition Demo Day. Today we have 10 finalist startups pitching to us remotely from all over the MENA region. Our panel of judges will be evaluating based on growth potential, business model, their ability to expand to Abu Dhabi, and much more. The winners will benefit from Hub71's incentive program, among other in-kind services like access to mentors, investors, and media. So stick around to know who this year's winners will be.
Hello everyone, and I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. We're still keeping busy at Hub71 and continuously growing the tech community in Abu Dhabi. As you know, a few weeks ago, we launched the second edition of the MENA Growth Competition. This was in partnership with the MIT Enterprise Forum, our strategic partners. And since launching the competition, we were very happy with the level of interest we received from MIT startups. And it was quite rewarding to meet them all, learn about the stories, and understand the challenges and opportunities they're tackling. So today, we're pleased to welcome you to our Demo Day, showcasing our 10 MIT startup finalists who cover several important sectors that are quickly evolving given the global pandemic we're facing. We've seen them coming from Healthtech, fintech, and Edtech sectors that are very strategic in the way the world will operate and look like post-COVID-19. So please take the time to learn more about the finalists and of course the winners. In the meantime, we thank you again for your time and please take care.
For the second year in a row, we joined hands with Hub71 to organize the second edition of the MENA Growth Competition in its all-digital format. Renewing this partnership with Hub71 is yet another proof that we are doing the right thing, especially during these challenging times where entrepreneurs and small businesses are struggling to stay afloat. The MIT Enterprise Forum Pan Arab alumni has shown particular interest in the Abu Dhabi-focused incentive program, and we received over 50 submitted applications from various parts of the region and the world. We are very proud to have the winners of the first edition of this competition established and growing their businesses from Abu Dhabi. Addenda, Proven Med, and Furnish keep up the great work. Today, and at the end of this demo day, we will proudly announce the winners of the Hub71 MENA Growth Competition 2020. And we look forward to witnessing their growth and success as they work from the heart of Abu Dhabi. Congratulations to all the winners. You will always be part of our growing family. Enjoy the show.
For over a decade, MIT Enterprise Forum Pan Arab has organized numerous regional conferences and exhibitions like Arab Startup Competition, Innovation Forum, Innovate for Refugees, and more. The events attracted thousands of high-level stakeholders ranging from investors, technologists, policymakers, and entrepreneurs. The conferences invite global thought leaders and experts to address the latest breakthroughs in technology and innovation. Regional and international media outlets have covered the events, turning them into the highlight event of the regional startup ecosystem. MITEF Pan Arab has partnered with some of MENA's largest and most impactful organizations.
Good afternoon. With all the current challenges we're having in the world, like global warming, the need for clean water, and hunger, it just seems inevitable that we need more scientists to work on solving these problems. However, unfortunately, in 2018, more than 2.4 million jobs went unfulfilled in the US alone. So imagine the rest of the world. One of the main reasons for this, the dropout rates of STEM students is now reaching almost 60%. So why that? Mainly for students, there is a lack of motivation and engagement, as well as restricted accessibility. It's always a fixed amount of time, so no second chances, nor the ability to learn at your own pace. Traditional labs at universities do suffer from the very high costs of lab construction and maintenance, let alone safety hazards and ethical challenges that they need to overcome. I'm Khadija, the founder of Praxilabs, and I'm here to tell you how we are solving these problems. Praxilabs was founded to provide 3D, interactive, engaging simulations for science students to be accessible anytime, anywhere, at an affordable cost, with no concerns to safety or ethical challenges. And it's great to know that studies have shown that using virtual labs, students became more proficient and familiar with the lab procedures and surroundings, leading to an increase in their performance by up to 60% and their retention by up to 80%, both of which resulted in a decrease in the dropout rates, which is our main problem. But that's not the only benefit, because the increased proficiency of students also resulted in requiring less time in the real lab and using less consumables, two factors affecting the spending on a lab, which on average reaches $300,000 a year, out of which 60% are spent on consumables only. So we are also saving money for universities. And in return, we also make money by taking an annual subscription fee, depending on the number of students and the number of experiments. In just 2 years, we got 11 education institutions using our labs, benefiting more than 21,000 students and resulting in over $450,000 in revenues. That's in addition to more than 22,000 P2C users using our labs from around the world. And currently, we're the first mover in the MENA region, leveraging on our competitive advantage as we provide our simulations in both Arabic and English. And the opportunity is just huge to reach thousands of universities across the globe, especially that our labs help both types of universities, those in advanced countries to improve their students' learning outcomes and retention, but also those in emerging markets, which might not even have a real lab. And that's where we see our greater impact to provide an equal opportunity for science students everywhere. Our team has years of experience in Edtech, marketing, and sales, and I myself have a PhD in human-computer interaction, and that's where I'm getting my passion for Praxilabs. Finally, we are currently raising funds to speed up our expansion and growth and seeking partnerships with well-established universities. And to expand more in the MENA region, we believe that Abu Dhabi and UAE in general are the perfect launchpad for Edtech solutions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Khadija. Really appreciate it. I would like to open for questions from the selection committee. Nader, can we start with you, please?
Yeah, thanks, Khadija. So just to understand further, you guys are helping virtualizing lab experiences, right? For university students.
That's true.
And others, right? So, sorry,
yeah, I was saying.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay, and then what are the challenges when you go and sell to universities? I'm sure you've talked to more than 11 universities or 11 schools. What are the challenges when you go and sell to them? What are they saying that are good or not so good about what you are offering to them?
Okay, Aisham, do you want to take this?
Yeah, sure. Well, the thing is that one part of this is that the sales cycle is quite long with universities. And the biggest challenge is actually for them having the budget assigned for something like this. The problem is that universities are more comfortable with investing in hardware and something like that. While they're very convinced with what we do and they see the benefits, they simply don't have the budget for it. So usually it is, okay, then we will need to see next semester. But this has shifted quite drastically during the last couple of weeks. And of course, unfortunately, due to the current circumstances, and now universities are making sure they do have the ability to cope with digital services.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more question, Tariq, quickly. And how do you think the Hub and Hub71 can be helpful in your next chapter?
Well, can I take this, Khadija?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing is that the Hub is in several ways actually quite beneficial to us. One is, of course, the exposure. the next thing would be that given it is in Abu Dhabi or in the UAE in general, with the current status of the UAE, one of the countries that was most ready for the current circumstances with the digital education, with e-learning, this is the place for us to be, and this is where we want to grow, and definitely use the opportunity if there are connections, if there's reach to universities that we can reach through you guys, through the hub, is definitely a great benefit for us. And also, as Khadija mentioned, for this to be a launchpad for us for the Gulf region and into even Asia later on.
Great, thank you. Ahmed?
Hi guys, thank you for the pitch. A couple of questions on my part. Firstly is, where do you stand on funding?
So, what did we get before, or what do we have now?
Both.
Okay, so funding we got before from Catapult Accelerator. This is one of the biggest accelerators in Norway. So they had us incubated there in November in 2018. So we got from them 150K, and currently we are raising our seed round. Before that, it was mainly the capital from business. So it's family business, so it was capital from the family, and that's all.
Excellent. Sorry, $150. Or what currency? Is it dollars?
Yeah, US dollars.
Yeah, US dollars. Okay. Okay, clear on that. And you're raising from, what's the traction? How big is your seed round? What's the traction from VCs?
So currently we have, our seed round is $500,000, and we got several discussions here with some of the Egyptian VCs as well as the ones in the region, like Cairo Angels, Alex Angels, Egypt Ventures. Some of them are very interested actually, but they, as Assam said, even the VCs themselves were before the COVID exactly, they were like, I wouldn't say reluctant, they loved the product, but they wanted to see more revenue, they wanted to see more traction and more universities opt in. So we are really, we are so more excited now that more universities are talking to us. So once we are in better terms in terms of getting to universities, we will get back to the discussions with them.
Understood. Okay, I guess this is the question on my side. What do you believe is your key differentiator? What sets you apart? What makes this model not replicable?
Okay, sure. There is actually more than one thing, both on the technology side, but also on the know-how. And as we said, like we can take it in the global world. So in the global world, there is only one competitor to us that is like huge in terms of being really similar to us in the user experience and the 3D modeling and everything. But other than that, the competition is really more on the 2D side, on the interactive videos, etc. So having complete virtual labs to us is not that much. For us, we believe that we have a lot of research and technology done in the user experience part, but also our team and the know-how that we got so far. I think it makes us really in a good stage than someone would come today and replicate it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll get back to you very soon.
So how are you? My name is Dr. Sharif Masoud. I'm the head orthodontist and co-founder at Basma. I believe that high quality dental care should be affordable and accessible to all. So today, 7 out of 10 people could benefit from having straighter teeth. But we believe that everyone deserves to smile. Customers have 3 options at the clinic. They can have to align their teeth. They can wear metal braces, painful and ugly. They can have veneers, or what we call Hollywood smile. It destroys natural teeth, not a bit of an aggressive technique. Or they can use 3D printed invisible aligners in clinic aligners. However, they are still very expensive. We think that teeth straightening should be affordable and convenient for all. Introducing Basma, where you receive treatment at home, you pay 65% less than in clinic treatments. You don't have to visit the dentist. How? Using advanced telemedicine and 3D printing, we deliver clear aligners to consumers in the MENA region for 65% less than braces. The process is easy. You order online your impression kit, and we guide you to take your impression at home, or you can get a scan at one of our Basma pop-ups. Then you receive your treatment plan in 3D on our platform. If you like the result, you'll order your treatment and we'll deliver your aligners to your doorstep. All throughout the treatment, you are connected, the patient, the client is connected to a board certified orthodontist who makes sure that the treatment runs smoothly. This is a typical case correction that is done with Basma. It's a proven successful direct-to-consumer model. Those are the companies that are leading that front in the world. First two are in the States, second two in Europe. First one, Smile Direct Club, raised $480 million VC money, then IPO'd in September 2019. They reached the milestone of selling more than $1 billion online of the same treatment. We're going to sell our treatment for $1,700 with a very low cost of goods because we manufacture the in-house, we control the production. We calculated the big market size of $4 billion potentially in the region. We decided to focus on KSA and UAE because we're looking for a market with busy lifestyle, high purchasing power, and tech-savvy people. Abu Dhabi is a perfect place for us to have our headquarters because it has the business infrastructure, access to talent, access to fund. We understand the culture of the region. We are well located. We have already established a network of doctors. We have the best pricing. It's the same team behind Crystalline. We've been working together since 2017. We certified more than 200 doctors, treated more than 550 patients. We led successfully several rounds of funding. We have enough money for a runway of 20 months from now. We have the right management team, product ready to scale, technology, telemedicine platform that's ready to provide instant customer care. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Sharif. Appreciate the pitch. Just a few questions there. You currently, your business model is based on a monthly payment for the duration of the treatment. Is that right?
Exactly. It's either a one-time pay of $1,700, and we're going to work with multiple financing techniques of pay now, buy now, pay later, or a monthly recurrent payment of the equivalence of $80 a month, and respectively in the respective currency of each market.
Understood. And what is the case with regards to insurance? Do you see you guys being also catering for those who are insured, and what is the play there?
Okay, this is a perfect question. In the US, Smile Direct Club is fully insured. For an insurance company, it's cheaper to use our treatment with the doctor being present remotely than the treatment in clinic because it costs 65% less. So it's a big way for us to grow with insurance companies.
Okay, great. Ahmed, Nader?
Ahmed, you will go ahead, Ahmed.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the presentation, Sharif. So I understand that you are you don't have a presence here in the UAE. It seems from what you're saying that it's very much a local play tied to kind of regulations and markets. Is that your expansion plan? So as you get in, you have to kind of figure out for every jurisdiction you're thinking of getting into, you have to kind of navigate the insurance market to get access, to get market access? Or what's your go-to-market strategy as you expand?
Okay, great question. Thank you, Ahmad. So first, our go-to-market strategy is to go pick the low-hanging fruits. So go after the clients that are willing to pay themselves, not going to the insurance. Our KPI is to sell 400 treatments year one and about 1,200 year two. So we're going direct to consumer after the consumer directly, who will be willing to pay cash or with their credit cards. Later on, we will scale by looking at insurances. For legislations, we have board-certified doctors in each market who we connect remotely through our platform with the patient. This sticks for us all the legal issues.
Okay, great. Nader or
Time?
We have 10 seconds, Nader.
Just what IP do you have? What's your IP? What's your secret sauce versus the next guy?
So the secret sauce is the team and the product we've been perfecting together. We have been working together. We built our manufacturing product. We have a 3D printing farm in Beirut, Lebanon, from which we can continue to produce and cater to the region. And so the team is the secret sauce. Me being an orthodontist and my co-founder and engineer, we both combine the hardware and the software. So today what we can do is use a product that is perfect, and we don't have to supply it elsewhere. Anyone who wants to try to do the same thing as we do will need to spend at least 2 to 3 years with multiple $1 million to just reach our stage. So this is our secret sauce. I think it's the team and the product that we have tested with more than 500 doctors and optimized and optimized and optimized. We failed so many times and kept on optimizing on it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sharif. We'll get back to you very soon.
Bye, guys.
Have a great day.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, so the situation. The road freight market across the GCC is highly fragmented, and with a low level of technology adoption, it lacks efficiency and transparency with regards to its operation. Now, this poses a clear question. How might we encourage market transparency, improve industry reliability, and reduce the cost to transport goods across the GCC? Introducing Trella. So Trella is the leading tech-enabled trucking marketplace in the MENA region. We are a digital broker that connects shippers to a network of carriers, and our goals are simple: seamless, efficient, and fast freight. How it works, it's simple. Our shipper creates a portal, creates a load in a custom-built portal. Once they create that load, it goes to our digital marketplace, which is access to our network of qualified carriers. They are then able to select a load based on their preferences, select their driver or deliver it themselves, and complete the load. Now, we work across 3 main pillars with regards to our value proposition: affordable pricing, which is enabled through aggregation of demand, and also improvements in things such as backhauling or triangulation, all-round reliability, and then superior quality, driven mainly through data and also dedicated support. Trella was started by an all-star team in the hectic city of Cairo, Egypt. Very quickly, the team has shown great strong signs and potential for growth and a clear path to profitability. Now, our team has a background of experience in both technical leadership and also strategic and scaling experience, with heritage from the likes of Uber, Microsoft Faceta, also Deloitte and OLX in the region. Our path to profitability is clear, enabled through an increase in our take rate and improvements in our OPEX as a percentage of gross bookings, which we will continue to improve through efficiencies led by technology. And this should see us with hitting positive EBITDA by mid-2021. After achieving stellar growth regionally, we're looking to expand to Abu Dhabi and continue to fill our aspiration to be the digital freight matching platform of choice globally. Our vision is clear. After starting out as just a small to medium trucking marketplace in Egypt, we're now looking to become a fully fledged trucking provider, initially across the MENA region, but obviously there is huge potential for this globally.
Thank you, Peter. Sorry, we're out of time. I want to open up for questions. Nader, would you like to go first, please?
Yeah, thanks. Hi, Peter. So maybe tell us a bit more about your customer base. Who's the shipper with you? Is it companies? Is it individuals? Is it big corporates? What's that looking like?
Yeah, sure. Just quickly, I'd like to also introduce Mohammed Garam, one of our co-founders, who is also on the call. With regards to our customer base, primarily we work with large multinational organizations. So our shippers are large, we work with the likes of companies like Coca-Cola, Nestle. We're also operating here in the GCC. We've brought on the likes of the biggest shipping company in the world, Maersk Line. So they're our current base of shippers.
And why do they find in you guys versus Aramex or the other big shippers, classic ones?
So we work more on the larger FTLs, and that's not really available with FedEx and Armex and these guys. And also we have a dashboard that tries to track things that other people aren't really paying attention to, like loading and unloading time, a lot of turnaround times, proof of delivery, and automatic proof of delivery, a lot of things of that nature that aren't really available to other people, to try and basically get analytics that help them in their day-to-day supply chain operations.
Okay, thank you.
Ahmed?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, guys. So where do you stand in your journey? So I know you mentioned about kind of your market. Can you touch on those a little? And what are your ambitions? You said MENA.
Yeah, sure. So we started in February 2018. Very quickly, we had some early successes in Egypt. Our first launch was in Saudi Arabia, and we've now been operational here for around 4 months. It makes logical sense for us to now build out across the GCC as our first kind of regional expansion. There is also some countries in North Africa that are interesting to us, the likes of Morocco or Tunisia. And then also Asia is not far away, particularly Pakistan. Now we see these as strong opportunities within the sort of next six to 12 months. And there's still quite wide space opportunities. So where competition is relatively low, they're highly fragmented markets, and the transport efficiency with regards to trucking is low.
So just on this point, I think Nader kind of asked it, but do you find that there are kind of competitors here, maybe or do you think it's just you?
No,
I think I'm pointing to the obvious here, but I'm saying it without saying it.
I'm pretty sure there's one of those competitors that are part of Hub71. So of course there are competitors, and this concept is not a new one. It's already been proven globally. So there's a number of billion-dollar startups actually now. So Convoy, for example, in the US, Blackbuck in India. However, there is still some white space opportunities, and within the region, there is one competitor that we're competing with directly. These type of models are popping up. I would say every other week there seems to be a new competitor in town. However, it's not simple. The
Thank you, Peter. Sorry to cut you off there. I think we'll close at it's not simple. Sorry, we're out of time. I will definitely return back to you very soon, either for further questions or to clarify anything whatsoever. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.
No worries.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to share with you the story of a 13-year-old boy whose life got turned around when he was told he was not good enough at school due to his struggling grades. The truth was, he couldn't fit the current educational system, a system that expects all students to learn the same thing the same way. That same system made that little boy change schools, leaving his friends behind, believing he was not deliver an educational technology application where course material is adapted to each student's unique needs using artificial intelligence. For example, in the current schooling system, a teacher explains a topic where all students read the same content, do the same exercises, and are provided with grades. While using Augmental, each student is given a different type of content, such as images, videos, text, audio, or even exercises based on their learning strengths. And this has proven to improve their performance significantly. Meanwhile, teachers have access to a real-time dashboard showing who's learning, who's not, and where help is needed. For all this to happen, content is key, where a teacher or publisher can use our content studio to easily create, manage, and publish their content. We are currently applying a subscription-based pricing model with schools, working with more than 7 schools and 1,700 students in Lebanon and the region. Augmental is changing the edtech sector by building the first marketplace in the world for adaptive learning content. By analyzing the data collected from Augmental's users, we can proudly say that Augmental is helping students increase their performance by up to 30%. Augmental has been recognized by over 10 organizations regionally and internationally, lately by Harvard Business School and the Startup World Cup. All of this wouldn't have been possible without the amazing team at Augmental, fully committed on making education more personalized. We are also supported by an active board of educational experts, technology gurus, and business advisors. Today, as we speak, our team is launching the course mastery and performance tracking system. Starting June, Augmental would be the first end-to-end solution offering, on top of all our features, an educational virtual classroom and a library of content, giving access to teachers to free and premium content. Why Abu Dhabi? Because it has been our target market, and we have visited in the last 12 months more than 6 times the UAE. It also gives us access to the top educational institutions and groups in the region. Remember that young boy I mentioned at the beginning? After he managed to graduate, he went back to his first school, stood in front of his teachers, and presented Augmental. That same student is here in front of you today, fighting against an educational system that has failed countless young students, and me included. And I am proud to say that today we are collaborating with my school and other schools to make education more personalized. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. We'll start the questions, and my first question, in your application, you said that you have around 4 months of a runway.
Yeah.
How far are you from raising that round of fund that you mentioned in your application?
Yeah, so we have a commitment for over than 50% of the round. We're still negotiating the last part of the round. We believe that within 3 months we would be closing and having the money, especially that we have angels on board. So the first part of the money would be transferred directly once we sign all the legal papers. So yeah.
Who are some of?
Yeah. Just
can you
to mention that the numbers, the 4 months are without any, without the money that we're collecting from our clients within these 4 months. So it would be, I would say, more or less a 6-month runaway.
Yeah, understood. But what would you say? Can you disclose some of the names that are joining this round?
Yeah, I can disclose one name out of the 2 that have committed. It's ISA Business School. It's an educational institution here in Lebanon. It's a university, a French university here in Lebanon, who's investing in us.
Okay, thank you. Nader?
Yeah, so maybe take us through some your client base and how wide is your client base now? How many schools? How many universities? I guess schools only. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now we are focusing on schools, students aged 12 to 18. Our main focus was at the beginning Lebanon. So that's why we have if I go back to the schools that are active clients, there are 3 in Lebanon. One is in Saudi Arabia. It's actually not a school. It's an educational institution that teaches languages. So this is the first clients outside Lebanon.
And how many schools do you have total? What's the revenue like? What's your monthly revenue?
Yeah, so we have a subscription-based pricing model for schools. On average, a school pays us around $9,000 per academic year. So it's not a monthly based revenue, so it's more like on a yearly basis. The schools that the 3 other schools that are on trial, 2 of them are in the UAE and 1 is in Lebanon.
And what's your goal here? I mean, what's your aspiration? How easy is it to sell? Because you guys have been around for what, 2-3 years now, right? You've been on.
So
how difficult is this to sell?
Yeah, so I would say that we launched the first phase just to end the 2.5 years, is that the first phase was collecting data from making our algorithm more accurate. We launched the official product. The official launch was in February 2019. And this is where we started actually getting the clients. The second part is that we are right now in the process of having more, because I just mentioned that we're launching content of library, and this was our main challenge with schools, that are giving them content, so not only access to the platform. So this is where we are right now, partnering with people and getting content on board that will allow us to sell easier, I would say, to schools.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Paul, for a great story. I think my question is, how does the platform identify, or how does it adapt to the different people? Because it's a great idea, but how do you apply it?
Yeah, allow me to share with you a couple of extra slides that I prepared to explain a bit how it happens. So how it actually happens, we monitor over 30 KPIs set by our educational experts. So like parameters that we monitor about the student behavior at each screen and at each action that the student does on our platform. These parameters forms the student profile, and then our algorithm would actually take this profile and analyze what the best next step for the student. Is it a different type of content? Is it a different level of content? Should the student go back? Should the student move forward? So this is where we identify everything and take the decisions at each step. So it's a live decision-making system.
Okay, 30 more seconds.
Sorry.
I think I'm good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Paul. We really appreciate it today. We'll get back to you with any further questions or with an answer on your application. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Paul.
Hello, everyone. We are Singularity Computing, science-based startup building the operating system for engineering and manufacturing. A few years ago, we were three engineers who faced problems at some companies to design the next generation engineering systems. So instead of using one software, we were using multiple softwares, because designing complex engineering systems requires multiple softwares for testing and simulations. So we were thinking, why there is no one software to do that? And we decided to start PhD programs and build 3 PhD projects to tackle these problems and to make it in the next levels. And another problems in this field is the machine grid, which is represents at least 50% of the simulation cycles. So we have built one platform that allow engineers to have multi-physics, multi-system, and multi-scale simulation in one platforms. And by doing this, we provided to the industry the operating system for engineering, but allow engineers to save at least 80% of the software cost, and also speed up the simulation process by a factor to up to 34%. And we removed at least 50% of the simulation process inside the cycles. And also we developed what we call a virtual assistant engineer, but allow engineering team to design products in record time. And we are targeting a market that a big market, and we are targeting only 2% of these markets, and we are focusing on some key niches and applications. And you can imagine our potential customers in engineering or manufacturing companies, ranging from aerospace to mobile to telecommunication, oil and gas, and biomedical fields. And we are competing with the biggest players in this market, in this field. And our competitive advantage is basically physics simulation on platforms, and we are much less, and we do also engineering intelligence compared to them. And our business model is based on SaaS subscriptions, engineering innovation and R&D consultancy, and we provide training and software-related services. And for our go-to-market and marketing strategies, we partner with potential customers, and we attend events, and we run marketing efforts. Our traction to date is we have 7 customers, and we have funding from governments and from the European Union research grants. And for our scalability, we believe that we are in growing markets, and our scalability strategy is we are focusing on some niche applications, and we are looking for 1.5 million seed funds to finance and yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mohammed. It's time for questions, and I would like to ask a question I think you're a very talented team, a group of PhD, engineers, and I'm just wondering, this is a very tight, very competitive market. Haven't seen, big players in your customers. What is your go-to-market strategy? It seems like you guys are very strong in the engineering side, but from a business perspective, there's so much to lack there. Can you please describe what is your plan to get this software in every school or in every corporate?
Yeah, in fact, because we believe that we are in a growing market of industry 4.0. So companies are in need, like year after year, for this kind of simulation and computational simulation modeling softwares. And our plan is first to partner with small companies, let's say new manufacturing or engineering companies, to partner with them and to give them value propositions of our software compared to our competitors, and also to partners with resellers and distributors that can reach bigger size of customers and do the work for us, and also to build research and development projects, joint research and development projects with key research centers and research labs. So we can help them also not only by using our softwares, but we can help them in their work of research by providing consultancy and training supports.
What has attracted you in Hub71 in Abu Dhabi? I mean, this value proposition you can literally do from anywhere. Why Hub71?
Yeah, in fact, we believe that the Hub71 have the good and an excellent ecosystem that can help us to scale in the MENA region, firstly, and also because Abu Dhabi has some strategic within Abu Dhabi vision of 2030. Abu Dhabi is building industrial competitive strategies and also industrial parks, and it has many manufacturing and engineering companies that we can partner with them and have them as customers, and also because of the universities around Abu Dhabi specifically, and also in the Emirates in general, we can also can hire talents from them, and we can partner with research centers there and research labs to provide our solutions.
Thank you. Nader?
Yeah, thanks, Tariq. What's your biggest challenge as you consider the next step? What challenge are you facing with customers or the market or the engineering or technology?
Yeah, the biggest challenge is, in fact, let's say big companies like Siemens, General Electrics, or those big aerospace or automotive companies. They are in fact using already some the softwares of the big players in the market, like Autodesk, Ansys, Alter, etc. So the big challenge is to convince them to use our softwares instead of their existing software they use from from these big players. For that, we decided first to focus on the smaller companies that maybe don't have awareness of these big players, and then move in the market after having funding and recruiting talents in the business and marketing and sales field, so we can move along the market to convince these big players to use our software instead of the softwares of others.
We have 15 more seconds. Ahmed or Nadir, can you continue?
If you don't mind, another question on my part. So you guys expect to be making a lot of money next year? I'm saying the financials. So what is going to cause this significant increase?
Yeah, in fact, in this financials, for the operating expenses, we decided as the co-founders, we said that during the 2 to 3 years, the first years, we will not have salaries because already we have we are part of an independent lab and we have salary from this research lab. So we expect that by hiring engineers and marketing and sales people, especially into 2021 and 2022, and also by acquiring more customers and the consultancy and also research and development supports, we can get more customers.
Thank you, Mohammed. Time's up. We will certainly get back to you with any questions, and stay safe.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Hello, everyone. I am Suna. I'm the founder and CEO of Tawazun. Tawazun is the first meditation and mindfulness app in Arabic. التطبيق الأول في العالم للتأمل والوعي الذهني. I have 3 children. I'm a mother of 3 children, and I would like you to meet Tawazun team. Ilda Zarmout, Ahmad Diab, Dr. Shafi Masalha, and Shadi Abu Samra. Okay, I want to tell you today that I am here to change the facts in the Middle East, the fact of anxiety and tension and depression. The outcomes are children who suffer from anxiety and strange language of mental health words, and we want to change that. Tawazun came here to change something in the words of mental health in the Middle East, providing professional scientific tool with the most advanced technology that we can offer, 5 to 10 minutes daily sessions, both for adults and kids, and they are provided in a very advanced technology of an App Store and Google Play, a meditation app, which built on Swift. And our targets: raise awareness in the Middle East using fine advanced technology. We will encourage individual thinking by giving daily training and tools to overcome fear and social. And we're reaching daily mindful clarity and activating the Arabic creative mind, reducing emotional, physical, and verbal violence in the Arab world. All that by using very simple technology, which is proven scientifically. Timeline, we started in 2018. We launched on March, in October 19, and we just sent our product to a small group of people. Today we have thousands of downloads all over the world. We didn't thought it's gonna be this way, but apparently that we have a great timing, and people in the Middle East are really appreciating a mindfulness and meditation app, which is built in this high level. We are thinking of 2020, and now we had our seed fund. With the seed fund, we are expanding to Saudi Arabia and entire GCC in 2020. 21, we will be exploring and expanding to Egypt. That's it. The solutions are they're worldwide, 1,000 meditation applications out there. Calm, Headspace, with unicorns, and we are here.
So I wanted to ask you if I'm getting this right. It is Headspace or Calm, but in Arabic. All the content is produced by yourself, and I wanted to ask, you're a team of 5. What are the other roles that the team are working with you on, and how do you ensure stickiness in the app, right? That's, I think, the big question here is, how do you ensure people do not drop off after using it for 1 or 2 days?
Yeah, it's a great question, by the way. I'll separate it into 2. First one, we got a great team that we definitely have been having a vision together. There are 3 of them are meditators out of 4, and myself. So we have a vision that we share together. It's something that we come, no matter how obstacles we face, we stick to the same vision we do. How do we stick them together? We have definitely an equity, employee equity that we are now negotiating and building together. For the second question, how do we keep and remain people in retention into the app? Definitely, there are two sides of people, 2 samples that we see all the time using Firebase. Is that there are people who come more than 3 times a week, and there are people who come once and every 2 or 3 weeks. So sticking in the app is absolutely depending on the content that we share with them. We keep pushing notifications whenever we have new content, and we base our content on our customers' feedback and requests. So this is why we try our best and absolutely succeeding to bring them back. 63% of them are loyal customers.
Okay, and this is a freemium model, right?
It is.
So how are you gonna make this sustainable?
Can you expand your question? What do you mean by sustainable?
So financially sustainable. For how long will you be able to provide this for free, and how are you gonna make money?
Well, it's not free. It's a freemium. I mean, it's a free for those who download it. But if you wanted to have, you only receive I think 4 to 5 meditations free. But then if you want to have the whole package, then you have to purchase the yearly subscription.
And how many of your users are currently premium users, paying users?
We have around 2%, which 2%. Is a very, yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Nader?
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi. So what's the plan for Abu Dhabi? Let's say this happens and you join Hub71. What do you plan to do and operate from in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. In the past few weeks, I thought I would not want to compete in Hub71, especially that our headquarters is in Ramallah. But then a girl approached us, and she wants to go for a strategy position. But she's from Saudi, and she wants to get localized in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. So we asked her if she would go and open a branch for us, which will make it very fascinating for us to have a person and to have the quality persons in Abu Dhabi to share our vision. Definitely will be a chance for us to expand much better to the Gulf, using our office in Abu Dhabi.
And how are you guys managing your funding so far?
Well, actually, it's a good question, Nader. I still didn't get the money for we're still. I mean, it's a great question because of the COVID. I still need the EIN number of the Delaware company. We're cooperated in Delaware. And so everything is stopped, and the EIN still didn't get approved. So we got the company cooperated, but still the money isn't here. And the thing is, alhamdulillah, Tawazun is profitable from day one, and we managed to do it. How will we manage the coming period? We're gonna put the money into the advertising, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Ahmed,
thank you.
Yeah, I think a quick one from my end is, what would you say is your key differentiator? Like, why do you think that someone else can't come and probably do a similar product?
Yeah, well, it's divided into 2. I'll divide it into 2. One is technology. We absolutely know that we are in a high end product. Last week, we finalized some issues with Apple because Apple is giving us feedback that they are absolutely excited of our app in the Middle East. We built everything on Swift. It's a native application. It's very hard to copy this. It's not easy. You need a lot of professional people to do that. And add to that the combination of Ilda and Dr. Shafiq Masaha. We are the only app in the world that provides meditations built on scientific articles neto.
Thank you so much. We unfortunately are out of time. Thank you so much, Suna, for joining us today. We'll get back to you very soon.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye.
GCC produces only 20% of its food locally, despite using 80% of its water for agriculture. Globally, fertilizers that worth $10 billion are wasted annually due to lack of precision farming. This way of farming will not fulfill the future demand increase in food due to population growth. Hi, we are building a precision farming platform that utilizes data from IoT ground sensors, satellite imagery, and farm daily activity logs to enable variable rate irrigation and fertilization with the help of soil and crop models to simulate the plantation requirements and behavior and convert it into actionable insights and deliver it to the farmer through the season. Our platform has two products to do this. Platform X that has mobile and web application to manage all daily farm activity. Plus, it offers two integration, one with IoT ground sensors, monitoring soil moisture content, environmental parameters, and pest infestation across the farm. The second integration with satellite imagery, which we use to monitor the crop health and growth across the season. The second platform or the second product is Cognitive X, which is an AI platform that consumes data from crop and weather information and other data sources to act as an agronomist that continuously and closely monitors the farm performance to wisely tune the amount of water and fertilizers for specific spots within the farm to increase the yield profitability with optimized resources. We focus on market of 50,000 date palm tree across the region and 2 million hectares of central pivoting farming, growing crops like wheat, grains, and corn. We have generated a sales revenue of $120K USD over 14 months before we changed our business model last January to subscription model, where we are generating today $4,000 by working with 3 big farms in KSA and Egypt. Our Platform X has been chosen to digitize the biggest date palm tree project in Egypt and the world. Our team comprises expertise from different domains like agronomy, farm management, data analytics, and machine learning. We do believe that Abu Dhabi is a strategic move for us, as the government classified Edtech as a priority sector, looking to digitize the 24,000 farms operating in Abu Dhabi today. By being there, we will get access to the pool of talent available in the country and the state-of-art agriculture research centers like Climate Lab and ICBA, and the Edtech Fund to expand to the neighboring GCC potential markets. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. Now for questions. So you said that year to date, so from the beginning of this year up till now, you've achieved $4,000. How accurate is this?
We are generating, since January, we changed it to subscription on monthly basis. So we have three farmers which are generating $4,000 on monthly basis.
Okay, so that's on a monthly basis.
Yeah. Before that,
okay.
before January 2020, we were using different model which generated $120K over 14 months. But we changed our business model by beginning of 2020.
And then you said that your burn rate is around $6,000.
Yes.
Is that right on a monthly basis?
Yeah. The whole engineering team is operating from Egypt, so we are able to achieve that.
And are you going to move these team members to Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, the technology team will move to Abu Dhabi. 3 of them at least.
Okay. Nader?
Yeah. Hi, thank you. Just maybe help us understand more the current situation. What are people using now? And then how are you going to be able to sell across so many farms and so many companies and customers? How do you scale this?
Yeah. Let me show you this tables that you see on the presentation. This is fertilization and irrigation table for one of the farms that we are working with. If you see here, they put a fixed schedule, okay? Per acre, per half acre, which is faddan, they put a specific amount of water and fertilization. It is fixed. It doesn't consider the soil nature. It doesn't consider the weather information. It doesn't consider the growth of the plantation at different area. As you see here, this is a satellite imagery. Okay, if you notice well, you will find that the crop growth is different from area to area. So this is what they are doing right now, fixed schedule, and they just apply during the season. What we are doing for them, we're saying to them, no, you have a specific area that you can reduce the amount of fertilizers, and you have other specific areas that you need to increase the amount of fertilizers. This is one. Secondly, by putting our soil moisture monitoring sensor in specific spots in the pivot, if you are talking about pivot agriculture, we are able to monitor the exact amount of water really exists under the root of the plantation. So we tell them, okay, you don't need to put this amount that you planned at the beginning of the year for 60 cubic meter. You need to reduce it because we have 20% available right now. So this is what we are doing.
Okay. Ahmed, maybe you want to ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the overview. What's the technology roadmap behind what you're doing? So where are you today? What are the plans for next steps?
Today we have finalized Platform X, and this is the one generating the $4,000 for us. We just started building Cognitive X. Cognitive X is the real artificial intelligence for the farm. It's the one that will be able to advise the farmer where he need to spend money in the form of water and energy and fertilizer. So right now we are start building Cognitive X, which is considered a real AI for agriculture sector in Middle East.
Okay, very clear.
And do you have time, Tariq?
Yes, we do.
How are you selling this? I mean, how do you go and sell it? You're doing door to door? I mean, how do you scale this to become, thousands of farms and customers?
We target medium, large scale farms. For example, if we are talking about the case of Egypt, those kind of farms are localized in certain specific region in Egypt, like Sharq al-Awaynat, al-Wahat, Toshka. So what we do, we partner with those consultants, giving consultancy to those big companies. So through them, they give us the introduction to those companies. And from there, we scale. And once we get in contact with one big customer, they connect with other customer. But briefly, we target medium, large, and we knock the door, either directly or through consultants, Edtech consultant.
And do you own the IP? Do you own the IP and the technology on the sensors and the monitoring algorithms?
Yeah. We developed the whole things, like from hardware. This is sample of the soil moisture sensor we put inside the enclosure. It is outside. For the best detection devices, we own the IP, hardware and firmware. And for the software,
where do you manufacture the hardware?
Most of the time in Saudi, sometimes in China, but most of the time in Saudi.
And where are you guys now? Sorry, Tariq. Where are you guys now? Where do you guys work?
Our company established in Bahrain. Due to the current circumstances, the whole team in Egypt, but the development team usually exists in Egypt. But now the whole team in Egypt right now due to current circumstances.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. Appreciate it. We'll get back to you either for further questions or with the results. Have a great day.
Shukran. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Arabic is one of the fastest growing languages in the world. Here in the UAE, teaching Arabic is federally mandated, and yet 85% of UAE schools fail to meet the required standards. Teachers struggle for resources and rely almost exclusively on textbooks. We created Arabi, an interactive hybrid Arabic language program for schools and homes to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Children are playing and having so much fun that they don't even realize they are learning. Children who used to struggle to focus during class are now looking forward to lessons and the new content which is constantly being added. We provide teachers with easy-to-use, modern interactive teaching tools and resources, freeing up to 20 hours of their time per week. So now Arabic teachers can focus on teaching and identifying learning gaps, just like their colleagues teaching maths and English. Across the three pillars of pedagogy, delivery, and curriculum, our experts have identified and applied leading-edge educational techniques to maximize retention. Arabic is flexible across different curricula, such as British, American, IB, and adaptable to class durations and timings. School admin, teachers, parents, and students all love Arabic. After a successful pilot, we have grown to 6 times the number of schools and 13 times the number of students, with 89% of schools renewing their subscription, the majority of which are rated outstanding. Arabic began in the UAE to fix a local problem, scaling locally and growing regionally. And now we are expanding globally by launching a family app. For families, we are developing tools, interactive content using AI and AR to encourage independent learning. COVID-19 has led to an influx of queries from schools and families looking for a structured online program for teaching and learning Arabic. Having invested heavily in technology with a high specification platform, we are well placed to scale. Our experience includes IT, technology, operations, strategy, teaching, education, and linguistics at some of the world's best schools. Our efforts have resulted in an award-winning program, which in 24 months has already made impact and achieved tangible results. Abu Dhabi is the capital of the most progressive GCC country, and the leaders recognize the importance of education and the Arabic language. ADGM is growing and attracting foreign investment, while Hub71 is rapidly becoming the leading player in supporting high-growth tech startups. Both are important pillars of the tech ecosystem. As educators, we love to teach and learn, and will share our knowledge and expertise to help the community grow. With your support, we know we can achieve this. We want to empower the youth of tomorrow to be fluent in their native tongue. That starts today. Thank you for your time. I am Faraq Lakhani, one of the founders.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Just probably out of ensuring there's no conflict there. I've been knowing Arabi for 2 years now. Hardworking team. I would like to maybe leave the questions for Nader and Ahmed, and then probably I will finish off with some questions myself. Nader, would you like to start, please?
Okay, shall I stop sharing my screen, or, I mean, we've got the founders.
Keep it on.
Okay.
Nader, can you please start?
Yeah, so maybe, thank you for that. Just want to help me understand the competitive scene. There's a lot of apps now teaching different things, and I imagine, I'm sure Arabic is one of them. How do you navigate that? What do you, what differentiates you really? And then what is it that the schools, I imagine you work very close with schools and governments clearly to create those partnerships. What are you hearing? What are the most challenges you're facing there?
Okay, Lenka, I'll take that one because it's related to marketing. Okay, Arabic is different because we are aligned to both the National Ministry of Education curriculum and international frameworks, such as the Common European Framework of Reference for Language Learning. We are also a hybrid, so we are online and physical. We teach a language structure, not topics, and we are progressive, so that each unit builds on the previous one. The Mohammed bin Rashid Global Initiative has madrasa.org. And we were approached by them as they loved our content, but we have a very structured learning approach to language, which is organic. Lenka, do you have anything to add to that?
I think you have covered it well. I mean, maybe just where are the apps? A lot of the apps, when you look, especially when it comes to Arabic language, they focus for native Arab speakers. We started with non-native Arab speakers from the UAE. And what we realized that our approach actually suits the native speakers as well. We do focus, like Farah have said, on the language structure, and we plug in the relevant topics. When the topics are being taught in silos, the progression is very minimal. We've seen that throughout our journey, throughout everything. When it comes to challenges with the Ministry of Education, specifically about Arabic for non-native speakers, it's a very new thing that the ministry has realized that they need to put a little bit more structure. We've spoken to ministry a couple of weeks ago, if Farah can mention as well. We've basically been asked the question is, how come you with a small team as you are, were able to do something that we at the ministry are struggling to achieve, which basically showed us we are on the right track and we really want to change the scene.
And can I just add to that? One of the things that they're struggling with schools in general because of COVID is online interactive content. There's a lot of things that are available on YouTube, but they're again topic-based, and then YouTube is an open platform. So once the child finishes, it will give you something else, give you the ministry books are their curriculum, but again, they're books. They need a teacher. You need something for the distance learning.
Thank you there. Ahmed?
Yes, thank you, ladies, for a great presentation. So, where are you offering your platform or product to today? And what are your kind of plans to scale it? So, obviously, Arabic, as you know, is very important here. I don't know how to write a proper business email in Arabic to this day. So I guess the question is, how does where are you offering, and who is it? Is it more kind of for an earlier stage, or does it help even in different applications?
Lenka, do you want to take that?
At the moment, the way we've started is to make the biggest impact. We started at schools. We've started in Dubai because this is where we know the biggest problem was. But we realized this is not just a localized problem. It became very much a countrywide. And when we were in Lebanon as well, we realized that people speak Arabic, but they can't read and write. So it became we realized it's a bigger problem than we initially thought. We are focusing on the foundation. We are starting from the basics. We work on starting on communication and making sure the children enjoy it. And so we are building a solid foundation so people can, one, have the solid base, have the progression, and enjoy it. Because when we know that people enjoy things, they tend to continue with them. In terms of scaling, we have finished 2.5 levels. We are planning to finish three levels of Arabic learning, which will be aligned to the ministry and the CFR for the 3 years. And what we are planning to do now is stop the progression of content and go back and ensure that the learner has learned everything it needs to be done. This is where we want to go into the AI
Thank you.
experience and the AR experience. Sorry?
Thank you so much, Link. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Farah. We'll get back to you very soon with either clarifying questions or the results. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Mohammed Nabil, CEO and co-founder of Whitebot. Mainly, we are on the chatbot industry. Chatbot industry is one of the most growing industries over the world. It's grows around from 30K chatbot in 2016 for more than 1 million chatbot in 2020. According to Business Insider, 80% of businesses will need a chatbot by 2020, and the growth of a chatbot market size will be reached around $16 billion by 2021. We are Whitebot. We are a B2B SaaS platform. We give the tools to our clients to build their own chatbot without any coding or technical background in a few minutes only, supported by native AI in Arabic, and are supported also Arabic dialects. We help businesses to grow. We help them to automate their operation, improve their customer service, sell product, and save a lot of money. Our focus mainly on the MENA region. We supported all the MENA region dialects. And it's very easy to build your own chatbot. It's take only 3 steps. Go to our platform, create an account, and start building your experience. And our experience is also in both English and Arabic. You can build your own flow and conversational design in a very friendly user interface in Arabic and English. We are different from our other bot builders like ChatFuel, Botsfy, ABI, FlowXO in a global, and Arabot and Nabiba in the regional competitors. That we are 100% SaaS. We support Arabic with different dialects. We have our AI engine. We don't templates, and each template had its own experience and its own knowledge base. And we train our engine for our clients. The clients don't need to train its in AI engine. We do this, and we support a lot of dialects in the MENA region. Our business model is based on monthly subscription base, starting from $15 per month for SMEs and $1,000 per month for enterprises. Our marketing strategy based on mixed bowling and pushing hybrid cross-hyping techniques, and we have a partnership programs. We have more than 30 partners like Microsoft, Nokia, Site, Extend, Purity, and a lot of them. This is some of our traction. We have more than 2,500 chatbots, served more than 2.5 million users, generated revenue more than 900. We have our bots in more than 40 countries, and we have more than 30 partners. Some of our clients are like Visita, Shell, Cake, King Abdullah Economic City, Kareem, Jumia, Dubai Government, Serve, Centra, and a lot of them.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. Okay. It's time for questions. Okay. I would like to start off with, in your recent application, you said that your revenue year to date was $800,000 US. How accurate is that, please?
Total now reached around 900.
So is that total since inception or right from the beginning of January 2020?
No, it's from the beginning. And in 2019, it was around 700, and 2018 was 100.
Okay, and what is your current burn rate monthly?
Burn rate monthly around 90 USD, 90K.
And how long would you have as a runway, provided that there is no revenue?
We have a runway till around 4 months because we just raised 200 investment, and plus our cash in the bank. We have around more than 4 months.
So how long is your runway now, without any revenue?
Without any revenue?
Yes.
It's hard to calculate, but yeah, we have in the bank around more than 400 in the bank, 400K.
So would you say 3 months, 4 months of a runway?
Yes.
Okay. How different are you from Arabot?
We have Arabot focus only on enterprise solutions. We don't have a builder for SMEs. We don't have a public builder. We have a public builder. You can build a chatbot in a few minutes without any coding. So chatbot, we are focused on SMEs and enterprises. Arabot focus on enterprises only. We can you can try our platform. Okay.
Thank you, Nader.
Yeah. So how much have you raised so far?
Around less than 500, 450. 450K exactly.
What kind of investors? Angels, VCs, family?
Angels and angel group called Business Valley. Angel group, no VC.
And you're based in Egypt?
Yes, we are opening now an office in KSA with Sajid, but our kitchen in Egypt.
And how will you leverage Abu Dhabi? Who will be in Abu Dhabi?
Mainly our business development team and me maybe in Abu Dhabi. But will move between KSA and Abu Dhabi.
Okay, thank you. Ahmed?
We're working on time, Tara?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. So the question is, mashallah, you've kind of gained a deep, great traction with the customers you have. What was your kind of go-to-market strategy behind that? Or how did you manage to attract these customers? And what's the plan going forward?
Okay, we track our customer. We have two strategies to acquire our customer. For the builder, it's 100% online marketing, paid marketing, performance marketing, SEO, SEM, and partnerships with social media agents. But in enterprise customers, we have a sales partners. We have more than 30 sales partners in Saudi, Egypt, KSA, Lebanon, Jordan, and Emirates. They sell our product, and the margin take a commission from our pricing. So we have more than 30 partners in different countries. This is our main revenue stream come from our partners. We sell through our partners and direct from organic leads.
Okay, that's clear. So, and how do you think you'll scale beyond that?
Sorry, again?
Can I answer this question? Nabil, can I answer this question? Okay, so we have a great plan for the partnership. It's really interesting for us that the partnership is working. So we are looking to expand the types of partnership that we're making. Right now we're making technical partnership. We're partnering up with all the global and the local partners that and technical wise, like FedEx, like Talabat, like other people and other players that here in the market that provide other service for people. So these people need really a business that runs through a chatbot. So we make a pure and technical integration inside the platform. So it could be win-win situation. So all the technology has its own in our platform, and they have a marketplace that have whitebot and branded by us that anyone can use a chatbot in their systems.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mohammed and Saif.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Mint Basel Market. 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with a chronic health condition that forced me to completely change my diet and lifestyle. Healthy living became my way of life. Today, as a society, we face a global health pandemic affecting millions, and this is in parallel with an alarming rise in the cases of diabetes and cancer all across the region. Health is everyone's #1 priority, and more people are making the shift to a healthier way of life. But as most of you know from your own personal experience, finding all these healthy natural products isn't easy or accessible. In particular, there's a lack of localized content around these products and trusted and credible curation and vetting. Welcome to Mint Basel Market, a content-driven online platform hosting more than 3,000 healthy natural products that are carefully curated and vetted by our health experts. Many of our products are boutique Lebanese brands and exclusive to Mint Basel Market. We work with our community of experts to create unique content and personalized recommendations around our brands, as well as to curate dietary categories like cancer prevention and diabetes friendly. We are leveraging our consumer analytics to build out our technology and mobile application. We will use AI technology to automate and personalize according to each customer's diet and health needs. Our market size is only growing, especially in a post-COVID environment. Both health and wellness products, as well as e-commerce retail, will reach the trillions, and our total addressable market in the GCC is 1.6 billion. Customer service is the core of what we do, and our customers are our official brand ambassadors, creating a network effect for our company. And to date, we have a more than 40% retention rate. We have more than 1,400 unique monthly users, as well as more than $115,000 in monthly revenue and just a $2 acquisition cost. We're a very lean, cash-efficient operation with 25% average margin, and we're ready to scale. We're asking and fundraising now for $1 million to launch us in our new market, Abu Dhabi. And Abu Dhabi is ideal for us because of the enormous amount of local organic farms that are in Abu Dhabi that are perfect suppliers for us and allow us to also serve as a supply chain to the consumer market for them. It's also demographic-wise, large family population with high purchasing power and serves as a hub to the rest of the GCC through the free zone. And our awesome team with so much passion and dedication and a wide range of expertise in digital marketing and communications, e-commerce, data analytics, software engineering, e-commerce operations, and business strategy and partnership development. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Healthy wishes.
Thank you, Vanessa. So I would like to start with, we've seen how adamant you are in applying to Hub71. This is probably your fourth application to Hub71. And I just want to say, thank you for being resilient and showing very good entrepreneurship skills there. So what I would like to, ask just to begin with is, Mint Basil could potentially just work anywhere. Why would you want, what specifically, I would say, would you want Hub71 to help you with?
Yeah, again, as I mentioned, Hub71 and the fact that it's located in Abu Dhabi is quite unique and specific to us. Connections with suppliers, particularly local organic farms and producers locally in Abu Dhabi. We believe localization is our next step in terms of building out in our new market. And I think Hub71 can help us build those connections and build and facilitate those partnerships.
And out of the current team, who's gonna move to Abu Dhabi?
Definitely, I would be moving as well as some of our technical team, and we would also be hiring as well, particularly on the technical side and operations.
Okay, thank you, Vanessa. Nader?
Thanks, Tariq. Thank you, Vanessa. Good presentation. Just so competitively speaking, how, who are you coming up against? Who are the big players? Who are the small players? What's the dynamic?
Yeah, absolutely. So primarily our competition are bricks and mortar health food stores that have a delivery option, perhaps have gone digital in some ways, but are limited in terms of their international scalability, as well as their community of health experts. Where we're really trying to focus our efforts is making choosing healthy products even easier. So this is where our technology, our content and our partnerships with health experts really plays a critical role in helping us stand out. We're also working on having exclusive products on our platform and standing out as well through our product selection, which is carefully curated.
And your typical suppliers are, you said farms at one point, but I'm sure you also deal with distributors.
Yeah. So we also do food, all kinds of shelf life food, pantry products, as well as natural and clean cosmetics and eco household essentials. And many of those products can be sourced through local suppliers as well as international suppliers. We primarily, at least in the beginning, focus on local suppliers. And as we've expanded our fresh produce and fresh product section, we've also worked with local organic farms to expand that and work there.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Vanessa. Yes, thank you, Vanessa, for the presentation. I think what I'm trying to get to terms with is what's the tech behind your platform. So I get the piece of having the experts or network of advisors to eventually the customer and the marketplace. But where would you say the tech lies behind what you're doing?
Yeah, Ray is on the call, so I'm gonna let our CTO kind of answer that question.
We have been collecting user data right now, but now we are in the process of developing an API to basically use data analytics and AI to be able to optimize the user experience for each individual. And this is very important in this day and age. So what we do is we collect many data points on each user based upon their purchase history, their behavior on the site, like their scroll depth on pages, what they're actually clicking internally. And then even on normal things that we're asking them on their customer profile sections, like their diet, or if they have special health conditions or allergies. And then what we do is we analyze this data, and then we are able to feed them their products. Everyone has a different product feed based upon their needs and their wants of what they've been acting on our site. A major thing that we've come into play with developing the site is when you're computing large sets of data, you want to be able to collect, you want to be able to analyze and serve this data without affecting the user performance. This is usually where people have trouble with. So what we're doing is we have the API hosted on using AWS cloud services. This does a lot of things for us, especially what we're talking to you about now. It allows us to be infinitely scalable. It gives everyone the same performance regardless of their location, regardless of the amount of traffic that we have on the site, things like this.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Vanessa. We're out of time, unfortunately. We really appreciate your time today. We'll get back to you very soon with either further questions or with answer on your application. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you. You too. Take care. Bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
We are very thrilled with the quality of the startups we saw today. This further validates the talent available in the MENA region and our proposition catered to accelerate their growth. Today, we heard the startups pitch their businesses in several industries like Edtech, Healthtech, e-commerce, and AI. We are very pleased with the results and would like to announce 8 winners out of the 10 today. And those are Praxilabs, Basma, Trella, Augmental, Tawazun, Arabi, Whitebot, and Mint Basil Market. Congratulations to you all, and we look forward to welcoming you to our growing community and vibrant ecosystem here in Abu Dhabi. For those that haven't applied yet, we are still waiting to get to know your business. Head over to our website and start your application today to pitch for our September selection committee. Best wishes to all.